Smithville, I can't say. I'm just trying to place it a little bit there. It wasn't there a street spots there. South of Grimsby, I'm trying to remember. Maybe I'm wrong. But no, I haven't. You probably normally get their golf courses down there before they do in our locale here. And got some pretty good reviews there. I think one of the factors on it was you could do a fair bit. Even with firmware. Computer, download the file and kind of go from there. Used any of them at all yet, but I understand there's kind of a chap from wrote the firmware and included some of the that he and I guess some of yours might improve the functionality, and I've heard they've made quite a big advance on that. So they've got both for loading and so forth, as well as the actual firmware itself has enhancements. So that's good. And you're well. Been involved with ham radio for quite a few years. Actually, I think I got a ticket in about '67, and actually I kind of had a unit in the car on HF pretty well configured about that. A few months ago here now, I have an Icon I had used there for, well, I guess in the buggy for, I don't know, 15 years or more, and had a lot of good contacts on it. You mentioned there's a timeout on this, so I better keep it fairly medium. Back to you, VE3TOM, VE3CSB.
Little short, but you did fine, and I got everything. And the timeout was on the talk group. My any like yeah, screen will drop back into receive, and then I had a 706 too, but somebody decided they wanted the truck that was in, which was about 5-6 years ago, which was unfortunate. The roller coaster you were talking about was in Crystal Beach, which I have never been to myself, and I've lived in this area forever. And here, so park there now. It sounds like there it goes. It's beeping at me, telling me to reset. So I did. And I do come into Kitchener once a week in the fall to the Kitchener market. There's not the Kitchener market, but there's a church market where I believe farm in Beavsville, and it's right downtown on the King Street United Church. Back to you, Dave.
would like to or join us here. If so, come on in. I'd be glad to have you join us. Just me.
Oh, there, engravers.
Havenhurst. That's up. Isn't that Santa's Village Way? Yeah, a museum to a dog from Canada that was over China. There's a lot of assisting in medically needed cases or such. At any rate, stops on the journey. At this point, the towns kind of blend into an area rather than specifics. From Street Gill, his name is Gill, and amateur, and certainly had a lot of experience with the frequencies and so forth, I'm sure, over the years. So why don't we turn it back to using and what your background is in ham radio. I'll try and make comments. So go ahead, Alec.
India Charlie. Gravenhurst is best known for the steamships and a provincial fire college, and Dr. Bethune is old DJM stick that's attached to Pi 4. I'll jump it, and I'll keep it short here just in case somebody else wants it. And he came and went, so I don't know.
On sort of a hill, and it's on your right-hand side there, as I recall. And beautiful setting here. I think it was Hunt's. They've got fire stations all over them. Those to have a look out several years ago, so a lot of fun. Bill, I guess back over to you, and you'll know Norm. Norm, Mary were down. Was kept together, or at least. Yeah, so I'm sure, given your involvement in him, be very much parallel in terms of time. So VE3TOM and Eric on the side, this is VE3CSB.
VGON was VE3XTB. Eric, I hope I got that right. I stepped on you there for a few seconds. Sorry, Dave. And I'll throw it back to Eric. And yes, I know Norm a lot, at least once or twice a week. We always talk to Normie. Back to you, Eric. How's everything?
and the weather here is pretty comfortable. We got up to 16 degrees today. For me to come home, the temperature there was so it's quite a bit warmer. But quite interesting how it's changed. We've got little microclimates up here. We've got a weather station 5 miles north of town and 2 miles west of town, and the temperature can vary as much as 7 or 8 degrees Celsius between the two.
Very good. And it gets pretty cold up there, imagine. So I'll throw it over to you, Dave, for a final, and you can carry on with Eric. But
yeah, that sounds good, Gil. Nice to make your acquaintance there, and you've got the HF side of the board, and I'd be curious to know next time around. And Eric, again, this warmth down south here, or temperatures. I think we were up about 14 today. It's been up and maybe as high as 17 on Saturday, but I think between now and then we're booked for some rain and cooler temperatures. You'll go up on the other side there again on Saturday. Here with Gil, so I think I'll leave it open for others to use. But certainly the local repeater here in Kitchener on DMR seems to work. And I'm just on the hotspot or anything like that. I'm just going into VE3XTV, I believe. Canada Savings Bonds. Good evening, gentlemen.